Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. Well, first of all, oh, get over here. Okay, yeah, you. I had to go into town to pick up some things from the pharmacist, and while there I picked up something from my tobacconist. And this is called From Beyond, and it's by Cornell and Deal, which is a major manufacturer of custom blend tobaccos. Let me get this up just a little bit. That looks better. Anyway, it says, the blurb on the package says, handcrafted small quantities of our expert blends. The unseen world is fraught with danger. To ignore it seems foolhardy, yet to behold it would invite madness. The decadent blend of Turkish Latakia, matured Virginians, aged Orientals, and pure St. James Perique will open your mind to infinite possibilities. Will you turn a blind eye, or will you embrace the beyond? And let me get that up here. Well, I haven't opened it yet, and I'm about to. Now, Perique is a pretty strong tobacco, and Latakia is the king of all strong tobaccos, so I expect this will be kind of a strong tobacco. And there's the typical Cornell and Deal lid on the thing. Now let's see. Oh boy. Let's give it a try, shall we? You know, I love trying new blends. I prefer a milder blend, but every now and then, a touch of Latakia, and regardless of what else they put in it. Latakia, by the way, in case you didn't know, Latakia is the name of a valley in the Lebanon. And the tobacco grown there is quite distinct and well thought of. And this is a lighter that I got from my father, who, it's a World War II vintage Zippo. Still works. Yep, that's Latakia. This is not an aromatic. Back when I smoked cigarettes, I used to smoke a blend called Balkan Sobranis. Balkan Sobranis was almost pure Latakia, and they tasted delicious and stunk to high heaven. But they were a great tobacco. I mean, they were just wonderful. And oh, the heck with it. Oh, I got to take this in anyway, so that'll work. Anyway, that's good tobacco. That's worth keeping, making a note of that. I might blend it with something else just to cut this down a little bit, maybe to a light Virginian or something. But it's still going to come through. Anyway, I wanted to say I've got like 10 new subscribers, and thank you folks for joining in. It's all because I put up one little tiny video with this, my Blunderbuss. I first heard of the Blunderbuss when I was a kid, and I read a book called, I forget, Tales of Tom Bombadil and Others by J.R.R. Tolkien. And among other things in it was a tale called Farmer Giles of Ham. That was it. And in it, Farmer Giles of Ham had a rifle similar to this, with a bell like that on the end of it. And he would fill it full of powder, and then whatever nails or rocks or glass or whatever he had laying around, and tamp it down, and that was what he loaded it up with. Let me get this out of the way because it's kind of dangerous for what I'm about to do. 80 grains of black powder. And, oh gosh, I forgot to get the wadding. One moment, please. Get this out of the way. Come over here. Tissue paper. This is like for wrapping up shoes or something, but it'll work fine for this. Now, I'm not about to throw any kind of projectile in here because I'm sitting out here at home, and it's a weekend. I only shoot on weekends because my sister, who lives near me, is a telecommuter. She works from home on the telephone. And the one thing she doesn't want her clients hearing is her retired brother standing here and blasting away. Yeah, I remember I may have told this shaggy dog tale before, but my neighbor's wife came over once, curious about this thing because he'd shot it once. So I loaded it up and took her outside, and we said, okay, cocked it, said, let her loose. Of course, I did have her put in earplugs. This thing put out the crack of doom, scared the bejesus out of her, and it satisfied her interest. But let's go give it a try, shall we? Well, let's see what this does. Like Farmer Giles at Ham, this is loaded as a flintlock. And let's see how she does. Yeah, it's working. We do it like that because I got a little problem with the pan there. This should work. It works. Well, now that was a shot heard around the neighborhood. And she's a little warm now. I need to take her in the bathroom and run some water and some ballistol down her. By the way, you mix up ballistol and water, various percentages, and it's called moose milk, and it's the best thing in the world for black powder things, at least in my opinion. It is a superb treatment. Ballistol was developed in Germany I think it was developed originally as a leather treatment and as an antiseptic for wounds. And then somebody noticed that it does a darn good job on guns and other leather and other goods, and even wood. And they started using it for plumb near everything. Good stuff. I recommend it. I think they sponsor Sea and Arsenal, and I think that's very, very good of them. I buy from them directly all the time. And I think they're just a great product. That's your typical blunderbuss and how it works. And I just love this little thing. It has a brutal trigger on it. It's about 20 to 25 pounds. It's really hard. So you're not going to get precise aiming with this thing, but then this is basically the proto shotgun. You don't get an aim. You don't even point. You point sort of. You point that away somewhere. And it sort of kind of shoots whatever's in it out. And as you saw, it shot a bunch of confetti. If it had any kind of projectile in front of that, it would have had about twice the kick, maybe 4 times the kick. And those things would have gone a fair piece. I'd say you wouldn't want to be within, say, 20, 25 yards of the front of this thing when it goes off. They were very handy on shipboard for repelling boarders, or farmers used them as fowling pieces to go and take down birds that were threatening their crops, or as food. And they would shoot them at wolves and stuff. But these things have been around for about 4 centuries now? But they're still just as useful as they were the day they were made. And this one, well, I think it's kind of fun. Anyway, thank you for the folks who've tuned in to me. That's just one thing I do. I have a lot of historic firearms around here, and I babble on about them all the time. Just something I do, I don't expect much from it, but when I see folks signing up for it, I think, well, heck, maybe I'm doing something right. Anyway, in the comments, let me know what you think, because I sure as heck don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just a dumb hillbilly. Happy trails.